Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Dead Space 2. This could be the end of the game. We're gonna run through the security thing and hopefully not set off an alarm. Well, that was anticlimactic. Let's try that again. Yeah. So this one would have set off an alarm, but that too was anticlimactic. We're not doing great on any kind of resources. The only thing I could really hope for right now is if I could find a workbench, and our waypoint is just stop doing anything that's helpful. I like necromorphs.
Isaac, where are you going?
I don't know.
Well, that's why I'm here, Isaac. To show you the way.
So, bloody footprints. She adds an objective. Interesting. So all the military people are just like instantly wiped out. So you kind of have to, I would assume, start Dead Space 3 with somebody hiring or forcing Isaac to go fight more necromorphs, just because at this point he is the established one and only person that can defeat them and survive them. Everybody else, military background or not, dies. See, this flickers almost like there'd be a power node in here, but it isn't. Alright, so we're going in this way. What was the objective, by the way, that got added? We'll use that health. Rendezvous with Ellie. Go to the marker chamber. We can't really rendezvous with Ellie. We sent her off on the ship. And we can hear some bodies flipping around. And we have some space-like suits. Okay. I wasn't realizing that I was going to need to do that to open the door, but I was just making sure that the person was not a necromorph. Access granted EarthGov. Alright. And then we have these rubber gloves, and we're in the like cordoned off like biohazard area. Connecting. It's an audio log. Let's listen to it.
Research log 43509. I can't stop thinking about the formulas from patient 4's last session. They're so clearly ordered they keep playing back in my mind. The final configuration seems within reach. I can almost solve it myself. It's funny. I was telling Travis the other day that it's almost like it wants us to succeed. I've never seen anything like it. Once we finally solve this heuristic stabilization problem, we should be able to start growing the layers of the marker from the mineral baths.
I've at this point given up on caring about trying to get extra ammo by using the workbenches. So like Isaac tells these formulas to these workers. The workers start to get the marker formulas in their own brain, and because of that, it continues to have them make the marker. The question is, why would anybody want to make the marker, and like for what real reason? Is this some kind of insane idea that you could build a marker and put it on your enemy's planet and destroy an entire planet? Who is EarthGov's enemies? Like, we haven't had any backstory that there's any kind of war going on or anything. It seems if I was to guess, like, while this might be a slightly corrupt government, it is a unified government. What was this? Is this some kind of lab rat facility? Or food storage? These guys are just coming everywhere. And I am running out of save spots. Let's see, so the last 10, I think, to overwrite is here. And then I'm gonna have to start overwriting 13s again. I have like one final save spot. Oops, that was stupid. I just wasted my health pack. Oh well, we'll go forward and not deal with that. I totally wasted it though. It was a big health pack too. I want to kill that creature before he turns more things into necromorphs. Just grabbed me from behind, and then it seemed like it kind of magically turned in a circle. We're in a bad place. This is too cluttered of an area to be dealing with this kind of fight. Clearly. Yeah, there were, I think, some areas in the first game that were like this too, where you were too many tables, too many things around. Let's see, did I get my health pack back? Yes, I did. So as long as I don't accidentally use it, I'll be in a better position. Let's get in this area. Yeah. You gonna die or not? I don't think I'm supposed to be racing through here, though. Like, this doesn't feel like there was another way to deal with that. Notice how he got knocked back there with the fire. That's questionable. Certainly. So is everybody done? Doing whatever they're doing? This is a really dark, really small area. And I guess this glowing light means nothing. It's growing plants. which might have something to do with the marker. But if it does, I'm not sure what, because there's never been any backstory or anything that said the marker was made out of any kind of plant organic material, or that the marker was made out of anything other than some kind of weird space, you know, technology.
The dampening system built into the shielding around the marker test bed should be blocking the signal entirely, but I swear the dementia signal is still getting through. Not a single thing registers on any sensor outside the shield walls. You know, put the same sensor inside with the marker and it goes off the charts. So we either miss something entirely or I don't know what. You know, if we have... Oh man, please heaven help us.
So they know that the marker causes dementia, although this is, I don't think dementia is the right phrase for what's happening. It causes hallucinations and schizophrenia and paranoia. Dementia is just kind of forgetfulness. So if it's making people forget things too, that too would be an issue. If you like this story, I think you probably have a really good time watching the movie. I think it's called Oculus. Because there's kind of a similar concept in that movie. And it's pretty good. And apparently there's a guy that hung himself. I mean, I don't see any rope, but he is stuck. I have no idea why he's stuck. Let's see, power node, unlock, bullets. We're going this way. Could be that Isaac is sending out what they're calling the dementia signal. This should just be a small area that we'll trade a power node for, and instead we'll get some much needed items and some money. I think it is a better deal in the long run to trade the power nodes. I've yet to find a single room where it wasn't. This thing just does not want to die. This thing will kill you and rip off your head and replace it. And you may get to see that cutscene here in a second. I just used like a full health. Oh well. That would have been perfectly the right place to use a full health anyways. Alright. Flamethrower. Down, forward, up, and capacity. That puts us only with the alternate fire, potentially. Something that to think about. Right now my alternate fire is seemingly doing only 1 point of damage, where the flamethrower is doing 12. Some of the blueness on these holograms doesn't seem consistent or bright enough, so I'm having a little bit of trouble with it. Just seeing whether it's done anything or not. Okay. So now how do I get to where I want to go? 1, 2, there. Then I could go here, here, and then use that again, which is probably right. and here, and here, and here. Or I could skip this, go down here, and there might be a way to skip this one, actually. Like, if I go 1, 2, 1, 2 here, down this way, down this way, down this way, down this way, and then used here and here if I had enough. Yeah. Let's just take the damage. And then again, alternate fire, alternate fire, alternate fire. All kinds of alternate fires and reloads. This gun's already at maxed out. This gun's already at maxed out. It seems really ridiculous that you would ever need to upgrade your HP while that would help. It'd be nice if my duration on stasis went longer, but that's just not gonna happen. So I think we are as good as we're probably gonna get, at least for a while. And we have some big money to sell to maybe just buy bullets, but at least we've got something to do. I feel like we'll probably come back in this way, but if we do, we probably won't have... It's kind of hard to believe we'll have another 7 nodes, unless the game is just going to be very generous about nodes. Hey, and we've got the headbutter characters back. And we're into the gross flesh creep scenario again. Like, every time they do this... Why did I turn off the light? Probably because I want to open the door later. Why did that not explode? Those always explode. They kind of have to design the levels so that you can play with these kind of characters and fight them, which puts you in a weird position. Let's see. We've got more of them, so I'm just in a bad position. And they're jumping over and trying their very best to do their thing. And there's an interesting point where a necromorph actually attacked another necromorph. Make sure we stomp on everything. Hey, there's a power node. Maybe we will find some power nodes. I think I've cleared off most of this area. Look how this area slows me down.
Bonnie Worthington, research log 16671. It's the same signal. Dementia and codes and blueprints are all caused by the same signal from the marker. It's the people that are different. Smart people see codes and blueprints, but to everyone else it's just noise. It drives you mad.
Which I guess at that point, by that statement, Isaac is not a smart person. I mean, he's an engineer, but it seems like he's a welder engineer, and not so much a genius scientific engineer to understand the marker code and know how to build something. Now, since the point where I said I felt like fighting those these creatures that would headbutt you had been a little played out and we'd done it too much, we haven't seen them, so I can't really complain about them being in that sequence. That worked alright. If we don't see them again for the rest of the game, I'd be kind of cool with that too. Trying to hit this guy so he'll blow himself up. And while we're over here, let's just toss one down here in case there's something that would get in the way. Save spot after every encounter, which really should just be checkpoints. I'm gonna go ahead and save an empty spot.
What is that? I can feel it in my head.
We're getting closer, Isaac. The marker knows you're here.
I still don't know what to do.
When the time comes, you will.
Why is the marker not just built with bombs all around it? See, this is like lasers that are building more markers. A whole bunch of them, I would guess. Oh man, I did not mean to do that. I used my health again.
Crap. Looks like I have to dodge these lasers to make my way around the other side. This'll be fun.
Okay. So we've got little babies coming. And other enemies coming. And it doesn't seem like any of this slows down. So I think I'm just gonna have to run. There might be a respite over where I can run into one room. It definitely doesn't seem like there's a way I can get into that room without going in full circle. Let's just go. All these crawling creatures are, I mean, I guess that's all they can do is crawl, because if they stood up they'd get hit. Alright. So now it says, it seems like I am still going in circles, so let's take this room. See, out of bullets. I'm pretty close to being out of bullets in this one too. See, it's funny because you would think to establish that these lasers are deadly, it'd be something we would have had to deal with before, for sure, or there would be just an established incident where you saw at least one zombie get hit, one of these necromorphs get hit by this. Like, I've tried several times here to have the laser hit these characters, and it's just not happening. Guess we'll use the line gun. Still very much suffering with low bullets. And in Resident Evil 4, and I think a lot of Resident Evil games, if you played them over and over again, you eventually got infinite guns that were so overpowered that even if they weren't infinite, you only needed one shot to kill any enemy. Marker laser online. Do I want to deactivate it? I think I probably do. I'm not sure that this game offers any of that. If it does, it also very possibly is just a scenario that not too many people will ever see, because I'm not sure there's a good enough reason to play this game twice. So that brings that down into the center. Okay. What now? What? That brings that down this way, I guess. So I'm just crossing over the top of the platform. We're getting a little bit of quietness, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's yeah, I figured we'd get at least one enemy to decide to attack. Over here, is there anything? Still just trying to keep our bullets in a good position. Let's see, do we have a health? It's probably okay to use the health now, but I guess maybe not. I actually do have a pretty good amount of bullets for the line gun, so I might as well use it up. We're approaching the end of the game. There's just a huge noise behind there, so maybe the marker's behind there and all the necromorphs are worshipping it, or what? What are we doing? I guess maybe the first game just interesting. Little police shields. Maybe the first game taught too many players to expect jump scares that they decided none could exist at all in this game. There really hasn't been many, like 2 or 3.
Kenner Phelps, research log 43546. Success. The marker layer held out. It is a fully expressed physical representation of the heuristic algorithms from patient 4, with no breakdowns. The construction schedule begins in earnest tomorrow. Celebration is tonight. I hope I don't black out in the middle of the party. I'm anxious for some reason.
So that probably was a jump scare moment. And this shop is just down. So doesn't seem like there's a way you could fix that shop. Which I'd like a shop. Alright. And one more place to save. And we're at the bottom. So the first 13 stays and then the second 13 gets overridden. If I had a shop, I could sell that and that and buy some more bullets and probably sell the Javelin spheres and the force energy, since I'm not going to use any of that. It feels again like we're very close to the end of the game, and I'd be cool with that. However, it has also felt like we were close to the end of the game for a couple hours now, and I'm not really sure how true any of that is. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.